Welcome to the Feminist Wellbeing Podcast, my sisters. I'm your host, Stephanie Dodier, non-diet nutritionist, certified non-diet coach, and cognitive behavior coach. And I've earned my PhD in diet culture for 25 years of studying. And at 40, I finally graduated. And I'm here to guide you on how to feel damn good opting out of diet culture and wellness culture by reshaping your mind instead of your body. In this podcast, we go beyond the food and fight diet culture and patriarchy by living powerfully. And today is all about body image. I'm going to own it. My favorite aspect of the non-diet approach, and probably, I'll just admit that to myself, my most favorite topic to talk about because was my deepest healing journey that I had to do. I today live in what is considered by today's standard a fat body, and a body that has been manipulated for 25 years and trying to shrink to make it smaller, to take less space. And today I live happily, freely, confidently as fuck in my fat body, and I own every inch of it, and I love it. And that's why it's my favorite topic. And I was preparing for a course that I'm going to be teaching in September, all about body image and helping yourself and other people become confident in their body. I was writing the curriculum with that, and one of the things that I wrote about is these aspects of body image where we get stuck. So I call this podcast 3 Reasons Why Your Body Image Isn't Healing, but it's really 3 areas where we get stuck, 3 unpopular truths that no one talks about in order for you to heal your body image and feel unshakably confident in your now body. That's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to go right in. I'm going to talk about the first area of body image, the first truth about body image that no one wants to talk about, which is being confident as a woman in any bodies in Western society, in a patriarchal society, is a learned skill. I believe that all humans are born confident, and then our upbringing through our parenting, through our family values, through our schooling system, through our socialization in our gender as a woman and the expectation of society on us as women, wellness culture, how we supposed to treat our body, what our body's supposed to look like. All of this socialization and learning as someone socialized as a woman in a patriarchal society leads us to unlearn our confidence. And I believe I'm going to be bold and say that's the goal. That's the purpose of diet culture in a patriarchal society, is to create doubt, uneasiness, a lack of confidence in every woman out there, so we don't live, act, and experience our power. It disempower us. So when we come to the world of recognizing all these system and structure and all this socialization and learning and calling bullshit on it, and we go into the path of quote unquote healing our body image, which really for me means recovering our power in our society, we think it should just happen. We assume that it's like a switch that's going to come off, and all of a sudden we're going to feel confident because we've recognized the structure and the socialization and the bullshit. We're like, okay, why am I not confident? Like, what happened? It's supposed to be like, supposed to happen. But unfortunately, it's not. We have to relearn to be confident. And the path to rebuilding that confidence, I use the term rebuilding because, as I said, I believe that all humans are born confident, and then that gets, for some of us, washed out of us through socialization and learning. So we have to relearn, we have to rebuild it. And to me, that journey of rebuilding our confidence come from multiple things. It comes from, we'll talk about it next, the trust we have in ourselves. It comes from once we've decided to rebuild our confidence, every decision we make in our life, specifically around our own self and our own things that we have power over, either grows our confidence or challenges it. To choose what is best for us over what other people think, because we have to think about that for a minute. The reason why we struggle with our body image is because we have, through socialization, made other people's opinion of our body more important than our own. We unconsciously or consciously decided to obey the expectation of society, what our body should look like, be like, feels like, over our own. So to me, confidence is a skill that we have to relearn through repeated practice of choosing ourselves over others. And it's through hundreds and thousands of little decisions we make every day that we will rebuild that skill. Here's a second place where we get stuck. We have learned to believe that confidence was created by adherence, compliance to bodily looks. And so I often hear the sentence, and perhaps you've said it yourself, or perhaps you're there right now, but I felt so much more confident when my body was smaller, when my body was toner, when my body was younger. I'm going beyond just small body, and I'm thinking about all the ways into which women lose their power, their confidence, and it's as much aging as it is the size of our body, the looks of our body. Like, there's so many ways at which society comes at us to make us disempowered to our body. So when I hear the phrase, but when I was thinner, I was much more confident. Well, the truth is this is really important. When you were smaller, when you were younger, when you were toner, it wasn't confidence that you were experiencing. It was safety that you were experiencing. You were conforming to the expectation that society has of you, or you were trying really hard to do so, which gave you the safety of conformity. It gave you that protection from rejection, that protection from judgment, that protection from criticism. Even if you, like for me, I think about like all the in-between diets that I had, like every parts of my life where I regained the weight that I had lost, but the whole time I was regaining the weight or I was at my highest weight in between my diet, I was performing, trying really hard. I don't know what happened. I'm gaining weight. Oh my God, like what is the thing that I'm doing? And I was always researching and trying different health tricks, and I was talking about it a lot to show people that I don't know, there's just something weird about my body. I just can't control it. Like, oh my God, pity on me, but I'm trying really, 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 really hard. I was trying so hard to conform, all this time thinking that that was confidence, but that was not. When what you think is confidence is shaken by the size of your body, it's really not confidence. It's just you feeling safe. So we have to like separate the two. We have to separate what it is to feel safe and what it is to feel confident. Safety is something that we all deserve without having to do anything. I mean, that's the whole struggle of our society, like ensuring safety for everyone, no matter who they are, no matter what their race is, ethnicity, belief, abilities, like sexual orientation. Like we struggle with that. But that's through all these movements of equality, of activism, what we're seeking is safety for everyone. That to me is a basic human right. Confidence, on the other hand, is something in you that gives you this knowing that no matter what happens, no matter what the outcome is, no matter what anyone says, no matter what happened, you yourself will have your own back. And that is unknown to many, and something that we have to relearn to practice, like having our own back, protecting ourselves, which by that comes the whole world of, to me, in my world, mindset, because one of the biggest offender of safety that we can control is our own mind. I nearly all of my clients, students, well, I just work with women, self-identified women. So by default, I work with women. They're just like I was, extremely harsh on themselves. They're their number one oppressor, number one criticizer. They judge themselves before anyone else judge them. So often that safety that we confuse with confidence, that unsafety, if we look at the opposite of safety, is us doing it to ourselves. So we have part of body image healing. We cannot separate body image healing from relearning to talk to ourselves, aka mindset. So hear me out. If you're a professional, a counselor, a therapist, a nutritionist, a fitness expert, anybody that works with other human being in relationship to how they feel about their body or element that contributes to their body, food, exercise, even like I'm thinking stylists, right? Anything that has to do with how a woman experiences her body, you cannot not be equipped to talk about body image, and you have to understand, to me, cognitive behavioral. You have to learn how to change the thoughts, process the feelings in order to help others with their body image, and quite honestly, help yourself. Like it has grown now in my business that 50% of my my clients are professional, because they're very quickly realizing that they cannot help others where they haven't helped themselves. Like we cannot have the conversation of body image or even mindset if we struggle with our own body and we've done nothing to help ourselves, and we are our own oppressor in our mind. So So if you're a professional and you haven't learned techniques, practices, and practice on yourself, like I invite you, well, actually, to come and attend the course that I'm writing, the Body Image Accelerator, where we're going to learn all the back end, the science, the structure behind body image, and then learn an approach that we can use with ourselves first and other human. All that to say is confidence is a learned skill. Body image healing is a learned process. And the way to get to the result is through the thoughts you think about yourself, not the size of your body, not anything external to you. And for the third element that gets people stuck in the healing of their body image is the correlation between confidence and trusting yourself. I kind of hinted at it earlier, but for all the people, all the women who want to increase their body confidence, heal their body image, the only path to achieve that result is through self-trust. In the same way that I've talked and taught for years now, you cannot hate yourself to health. There is no way that punishing yourself, shaming yourself to better quote unquote health habit will ever work. You cannot doubt yourself to a higher level of confidence. And as I'm saying it like that, you're probably like, damn, girl, that makes sense. I can't doubt myself into feeling confidence. Yeah, that makes so much sense. So hopefully you've had that haha moment. So to me, when we look at it from that perspective, the most efficient way to regain or increase our self-confidence, heal our body image, is to increase our self-trust. Now, how do we do that? Well, I have a suggestion for you. The area of your life by which you lost your ability to trust yourself and also intersect with body image is food, eating, nutrition, whatever. You can call it anything you want. That area of trusting yourself with food does a miracle, like literally magic, on rebuilding your self-confidence. When you work, I'll take the process of intuitive eating because that's what I teach, that's what I coach. When you take the journey of learning, relearning, unlearning diet culture way of eating and relearning an intuitive way of eating, you by default learn to trust yourself because that's the whole foundation of intuitive eating, right? It is learning to listen to your hunger, to your fullness, to your satisfaction cue, and then building up the trust to follow these cues in all aspects of your eating habits and nutrition. I just did the last episode of Gentle Nutrition. If you haven't listened, go listen because that's going to bring more clarity around trusting our body to guide ourselves with food. So when you do this work of building up your self-trust with food, what I have seen over and over again is that by quote unquote magic, I say magic, but I know it's going to happen, just my clients don't know. By magic, we start trusting ourselves in other aspects of our life. We start trusting our intuition with our relationship. We start trusting our gut feeling at work. We're starting to trust our assessment of certain of our friends and family. Like, like maybe it's not my fault. Maybe that's like, I just need to let go of that friend, right? People start to trust women, start to trust themselves more and more. And when you make the decision to follow your intuition, to follow your gut feeling, your element of trust, then you build up your confidence. That's what we just talked about in the second one, right? With every decision where you learn to have your back, you increase your confidence. So with every food decision where you have the opportunity to listen to your body, trust your body cue, make the decision to follow your hunger, fullness, and satisfaction instead of the rules of food, then you build up your confidence. I'm going to throw in a bonus reason why some people get stuck with body image healing and confidence. It's this misunderstanding that being confident makes you a better person than others. That you building up your confidence will make you cocky, will make you think you're better than other people. And I just want to call bullshit on that. That's what we were taught as women, most of us, that being confident woman is being a cocky woman, it's being an egotistical woman. Who does she think she is? And I just want you to notice that these socialization, these teaching are only done to women. Have you ever notice a teaching to boys, to even young men, to say like, there's a level of confidence you shouldn't go over because you're going to be too cocky. You're going to be too full of yourself. To the contrary, toxic masculinity teach men to be overly confident, to the opposition of what patriarchy teaches us as women. So I want to call this out to say perhaps you were exposed to that in your upbringing and your socialization, and it makes you think that being too confident is not good. To me, confidence doesn't make you better than other, because we're all great. All human beings are born worthy. We're all great. There's not one of us that's better than the other. Let's take that notion completely out. It doesn't exist. What confidence allows you to do is to tap into your own greatness. It's an inner game confidence. When you are confident, when you've healed your body image and you've tapped into your power, because let's just be honest, you cannot be a confident human being while hating your body. Just so we're clear here. So while you heal your body image and you become more confident, it allows you to make more decisions for yourself. It allows you to tap into what is meant for you, what is great, what you're good at, instead of doing what other people think you should be doing. So I hope that served many of you. By all means, if you have any question, reach out to me on social media. And if it is something, healing your body image, helping others heal their body image, learning more about what, like the step-by-step in real life things that we need to do, that's what I'll be teaching in Liberated, the Body Image Coaching Accelerator, starting September the 17th to October the 15th, 2024. If you're listening to this and you're like, oh my God, that was in the past, you can still go to my website in the shop page and buy the recording of that program that you can do on your own. It's going to be a self-study program. But if you want to come to the live and interact with me and have time to ask me questions, September 17th to October 15th, and I run it live 2 to 3 times a year, approximately. This will be the second time this year. There perhaps will be a third time in November. I'm not sure yet. But for now, let's assume it's the last one of 2024. You can register on my website, or you can simply email us at info@stephaniedodier.com, and someone on my team will help you register and come live working with me on your body image in September. So with that in mind, I love you. I hope this served you, and I'll see you on the next podcast. Hey, my sisters, if you are loving what you are learning on the podcast, you have to come and check out our feminist mentorship masterclasses and our internationally recognized non-diet coaching certification on our website at www.stephaniedodier.com/shop. This is where you can get the individual coaching and the support to take the concept thought on the podcast to the next level. Embrace our well-being in a way that will expand our collective freedom and power. Come and join myself and other women to learn how to reshape your mind, not your body. I'll see you there.